Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillahi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in wa ba'd. So we're on page 53. We're still in the characteristics of a student of knowledge, and we're on part 13, time management. All right, which is very, very important, right? Because this is time management, it goes back to what?
Being disciplined.
Everything goes back to being disciplined, but time management, it goes back to prioritizing. You know, when you manage your time, that you manage your time and placing the biggest priorities at the forefront. You don't place the entertainment and the fun and all that type of stuff at the beginning, and then, oh, when I get tired of doing that, then whatever leftover time, then I'll go do the things that I have to do. You know, first you have to prioritize, and you have to make sure that whatever it is that you got to get done first, that you get that done first. And that's the beauty of Islam anyways, because from the time that we wake up, our first priority is to like get up and pray, get ready for salat. You know, so it's, you know, the beauty of Islam as far as teaching us proper time management, if we practice Islam correctly, the Muslims should be the time management sheikhs of the world, honestly, if we practice Islam correctly. Because everything is about stopping what we're doing in the dunya and what? Our priority. Because our priority is always going to be the salawat. And our lives should always be organized around what? The salat. You know, so, but this is not the priority of the people nowadays. The priority is what? Let's get this dunya, and we'll pray when we can pray. Whenever we get a chance to pray, we'll just pray. But they don't prioritize, and this is why you see we're in, huh? If they even pray at all, yeah. I'm talking about the people that actually pray. But it still takes a back seat, you know, to their job and to getting the dunya. And they'll just pray really quickly, but they'll give so much attention and focus to their job. But this is because why we haven't really benefited from this deen. You know, if you truly benefit from the deen, the first thing that you're doing when you're waking up is you're starting to, you know, you have adhkar. As soon as you wake up, you go and you're making wudu so you can get those knots that are tied in the back of your head from shaitan. So you do the dhikrullah, you make wudu, and you try to pray a little bit so you get those knots untied in the back of your neck, and then you have energy throughout the day. And then you get going, and then you go to Fajr, and then you read Quran. These are your priorities. And then whatever, okay, now you got to go out to the world and you got to make a living. Go do that. But don't forget your priorities, and don't put those, you know, but that's not the focus of the people. They want to get as much sleep so they can be what? Rested up for their job. So that if they pray Fajr on time, they're going to pray at the very last moment, very last minute, if they pray it on time. Some people will just oversleep it. And just pray it when the sun's up because, well, I got to get some rest because I got to have energy for work, but you don't care about your worship. So this is all, you know, this failure of the Muslims nowadays is because of not following this time management or prioritizing, which the deen teaches us if we just submit to it. So here, time management. The Arabs have a famous saying that the sheikh used to repeat often, all the ulama, you hear this from all the ulama. They say, al-waqtu kasayfi, in lam taqta'ahu qata'ak. So if you don't use it in the benefit for you, the sword is like a sayf, like the waqt kasayf. You know, if you don't use it in your benefit, it's going to be used what? It's going to be used against you. You know, it's going to be, you know, so to your own detriment. So you either use your time, just like the sword, it's available to you. So if you pick it up and you use it to defend yourself, then it's for you. If you leave it down and somebody else picks it up and starts to kill you with it, now it's against you. So time is like that. Time is like that sword. You have to pick it up and you have to use it for your benefit, for the things that you have to get done. You don't just leave it lying on the floor so somebody else can pick it up like your time. If you just leave it, other people will come along and waste it for you. They'll waste it for you. Get on YouTube, you waste it. Get on all these other apps on social media, you'll waste it. Sit around at work and look bored or look like you're not doing something, and trust me, somebody's going to come, that person who wants to waste his time, he's going to see you, and what is he going to do? And just like in the masjid, if you're sitting there reading Quran, what? Nobody's going to bother you, right? Put the mushaf down for a second just so you can take a breath. Somebody's going to walk over to you and start talking to you because they think, oh, okay, you want to waste your time like me, right?
Even that. I know someone at the other masjid, he could hear me reciting Surah Al-Baqarah, and he'll still walk up to me and try to talk.
I won't even listen. I'll just keep reading. I just do like this and just keep reading. You know, because my kids do that all the time. Like, you're gonna have to wait till I finish this. You know, they'll stand there and wait until I finish. But yeah, you can't let people stop you, especially when you're reading the Quran, because you get it. You know, when you first open the Mus'haf, it's kind of like, you know, especially in the morning, it takes a minute to get your mind going. But then it's like a car. You know, once it gets warmed up and it gets moving, you don't want to shut that car off. You want it to just ride. And that's what happens when somebody comes and cuts you off. It just like it messes up that rhythm, that flow. Oh no, that's like, man, I want to throw that person out the window when they do that. No, especially in the morning when you get going, when you're in that rhythm and that flow and you're feeling it, and then somebody comes, hey, did you see that yesterday? I'm like, dude, you telling you're gonna sit here and cut me off from the speech of Allah because you feel that what you have to say to me is more important than what I'm reading? And that's what you do. You ask the person, is what you have to say to me more important than this? No, go away. Tell me later. Why are you going to cut me off for this? Yeah, that's no respect for the book of Allah. Why would you think that what you have to say is more important than this person reading Quran? I can understand that the man's house is burning down or somebody's family just died and you have to inform him. Yeah, okay, you know. Look, I'm sorry, I apologize, but, you know, this is important. Your house is on fire, you know. Yeah, stop them. But, you know, all the dunyawi stuff, almost done. But these are people that what? These are people that they waste their lives. And they want to waste yours now. And you don't give them that opportunity. The meaning of this saying is that your time is your most precious gift. If you do not use it in actions that will bring benefit to you you will end up wasting it with regret in the end. Time will not stop for anybody. This is one of the greatest blessings that people do not take advantage of. This was expressed in the following hadith an Ibn Abbas رضي الله عنهما قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم نعمتان مغبون فيهما كثير من الناس الصحة والفراغ. So two blessings. So here the Ibn Abbas reported that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, two blessings that people have. And whenever they have them, they never ever use them to their benefit. They don't properly use them. And these two blessings are what? Your health and your free time. When you have health, that means that you're going to have energy to do those good actions. But instead of, what do? You use your health to go do your hobbies and other things that you want to do, but not the deen. You don't use it for ibadah. So you use it for like, oh, well, I feel good today. I'm going to go fishing. Or I'm going to go out and play basketball. Or, you know, I don't know, man, what people do. But I just use the word fishing because people will go out and spend like 8-9 hours fishing.
No, people my age, what they do, they go on Snapchat and they just take a picture of like a black screen and say, WTM, what's the move?
Hey, you're in Fresno. I'm from Florida.
You know what's the move?
Florida, everybody goes fishing. If they're feeling good that day because we're surrounded. Everything is water. We have the ocean on the east part of the city, and then we have the river that comes off the ocean through the middle of the city. So that river has all these different outlets, and we have all these lakes. So it's just everywhere you could just go fishing. You know, so that's why I guess the first thing that came to my mind was fishing, or crabbing, going out and catching crabs. You spend like 8-9 hours doing this type of stuff. It's fine. Take a book with you. Take a book. I think you're going to be sitting out on a boat fishing. Read a book. You see the people that will care about their benefit. They care about using that energy that they have to waste their time. The health that they have to waste their time. The free time that they have to waste it. And they don't use it to their benefit. So most people use their free time for fun and games and not benefit. When they have some time away from work, they eat, drink, and search out entertainment. This is the reason most people never make any progress in their lives. Because you notice this. If you ever talk to these kuffar, and even the Muslims here, man, I don't know what to do, man. I've been doing, I can't, I feel like my life is just stuck. Like, yeah, you're stuck because you're not doing anything to change your life. You're just going around, like a dog chasing his tail every single day. What are you doing to improve yourself? You have no goals, no desires, no passion, no nothing that you're working towards in your life. Whatever free time that you have, what do? Waste it. So what do you expect? You expect now that you're going to make progress and you're going to, become like the next Bill Gates or something like that? Sitting around wasting, you think that these rich people waste their time? You think that they're like, they're serious about their dunya. And just as serious they are as they are about the dunya, we need to be even more serious about what? About our deen. Let them have the dunya. We're not concerned about that. But if we're going to sit here and watch these kuffar work as hard as they work to get the dunya, and we've seen these kuffar. You go to school, if you ever see those honor students, and they put in some work, and they study. You know, but they get their dunya. You want the deen, you're gonna have to put in that type of work, but for the what? For the deen. But the people, they sit around and they just waste their time. Oh, I don't know what's wrong with my life. What's wrong with your life is you're a loser. You have nothing that you're working for in your life, nothing. If you sit down and say, right now, show me your goals. Where are your goals written on a piece of paper? Goals? A piece of paper? What? What's a piece of paper? We don't use paper anymore. Goals, that's for like my grandfather. See, that's a loser. Khalas. No priority. I mean, how is he going to prioritize things? He's going to prioritize what? As soon as he has free time, what's he going to do? He's going to be doing whatever it is. Like, oh, what am I going to do this weekend? Now I got free time this weekend. He's thinking about how's he going to waste it. That's it. He sits there all week long planning how he's going to waste his free time. And then he wonders why his life is just complete garbage. That's it. You got comfortable in garbage, you're going to stay in garbage. All right. How many people do you hear complain about not having time to do something? That's the biggest joke ever. When you look at the life of the complainer, you will find that he wastes his time on the most foolish stuff. You find the person spending hours on social media going back and forth with people. This action brings little to no benefit. If he took the hours that he spends daily on social media for 5 years, he could finish the Quran, learn Arabic, and memorize a lot of hadith. Just imagine that. Imagine like the time that the average person spends on social media. What bit me, man? Did you see it? Something like, the average time, how much? The average person.
Oh, average 5 hours and a half.
Let's say 5 hours. Let's say that you took that 5 hours for 5 years and dedicated that to memorizing Quran, studying Arabic, and once you finish the Quran, because if you're 5 hours a day, you'll finish the Quran, inshallah, let's say 3 years. You still got 2 more years. Now, you spend that 5 hours a day still studying the Arabic language and memorizing hadith. How much do you think he can accomplish? Yeah, he'll finish the Quran, he'll finish Bulugh al-Maram, he'll be super strong in the Arabic language, probably memorize poetry and everything like that. But look at the waste. But then when you tell him, hey, let's go, we got classes in Arabic. Oh, I don't have any free time. Yeah, the biggest lie the man has ever told. I can understand a person working 2 jobs to feed his family saying that I don't have free time. I can understand that. But a guy that works 1 job, say 7-8 hours a day, and there's 24 hours in a day, you have time. Even if it's just 2 hours a day, you have time. And you use it, but you use it for things that bring you no benefit. You find the person spending hours on social media going back and forth with people. This action brings little to no benefit. If he took the hour, I already read all that, right? If you do not know where your time is going, you need to find out. You need to write down in a notebook how much time you are dedicating to each action you do throughout the day. Whenever you do something, write down when you started the action and when you finished it. You don't have to do this for your whole life, but just to get an idea of how you're using your time, where your time's going, how much you're sleeping, how much time you're spending eating, because you plan out your day when you know the things that are eating your time, and you start to get rid of those things. Because there's certain things you just have to do. You have to sleep, you have to eat, you have to go to the bathroom, and you have family, like that. You got to make some time for them, and obviously you have to make a living. Now, whatever time's left over, you need to know what's eating that time up, because something is. All right, do this for a week. After the week is finished, analyze your usage of time. Obviously, if you work, you're going to lose a lot of time to work and sleep. However, focus on the free time that you have and see where the time is going. Are you using your free time for your benefit? If you want to manage your time to benefit from your time, you need to avoid the pitfalls that a lot of people nowadays fall into. Spending too much time on social media. Spending too much time hanging out with friends. Spending too much time stuffing your face with food you do not need. And not just doing that, but actually spending that time to go out to do it. I can understand one day a week, hey, let's go out and get something to eat. But you have people that they drink coffee, they got to go to Starbucks. They want to eat, they got to go to this restaurant over there. You know how much time you're spending? Just cook at home and make coffee at home and just, save your time. Save your time. Once a week, go out and enjoy yourself. But for the week that you're focusing on working and getting things done, don't waste it.
It's 12 hours, not 12, maybe a 12-minute drive there, 10, 15 minutes waiting in line, and then a 12-minute drive back.
Yeah.
That's almost a whole hour.
Yeah, so there you go. All right. The next thing was spending too much time stuffing your face with foods you do not eat. Spending too much time going out to markets and malls, which is, I think this is more like, you got to understand, I was overseas for 21 years. So this is more like, I don't think people do that here.
Oh, they do.
They do?
Trust me, they do.
All right, so then there you go.
Just go fashion fair. I mean, don't go, but it's an option.
All right, spending too much time following lives of celebrities. Oh, what's this person doing? What's this person doing? And you got to understand, you know, that's just the dumbest. Like, sitting here paying attention to people's lives that what?
They don't care about
They don't care about you. They don't know you. They don't want to know you. But you get so emotionally involved in these people. Yeah, you want to get emotionally involved with people. Go read about the Salaf. Go read about the Sahaba, the Tabi'een, and the Atba' Tabi'een, and the Muhaddithin, or the people. You want to really get emotionally involved with somebody that you'll stand up and defend. But boy, these people will defend celebrity because they're so attached. Because of what? Because that's what they spend their time doing. These people don't care about you.
NFL team. Oh man, there's people that'll die for these people. NBA, baseball, they'll defend them.
Well, anything. Celebrities is everything, not just actors and actresses, and music, sports, all this stuff. That's the next thing, anyways. Spending too much time watching sports. And the thing about it is that, you know, even the people that try to justify watching sports. Okay, tell you, ask them. You watch sports because you just one day a week. What do you do during the commercial breaks? You know, commercial breaks like what, 3 minutes or something like that? What are you doing? You picking up a book and reading it? Are you trying to, like, maybe you got a hadith that you're reading over and over and over while you're at the commercial break? What are you doing? What are you doing during the, you know? So, you know, it's people lie to themselves. People lie to themselves. You know, to sit here and try to, like, justify certain things and say, like, oh, but you know, I'm doing it for this person. And, you know, but what? You're wasting your time. And how many hours? One football game, how many hours? And soccer game, 3 hours, 4 hours to watch a guy chase a ball, and then chase a ball, and then chase a ball, and then chase a ball. And you sit there for 3 hours and the score is 1-0. It's like, come on, dude, it's not even, you know, you just wasted 3 hours for what? And then, you know, everybody gets excited about the game until you got to go to work the next day. And then you go and you talk about it for maybe 2 days, how good the game was. And guess what? After those 2 days, what? You forgot about it. The game's done. It's over. It's finished. Now you're getting ready for the next one. But those 3 hours you're going to be answering for on the day of judgment. But, you know, don't forget about that. All right, spending too much time working out because you want to look good. Now, I don't have any problem with working out and exercising. But trying to, you know, spending too much time doing it, number one, is not good for the body. And number two, the purpose of why people do it is not to benefit. Like, if I'm going to get strong, I'm going to work out. I'm going to work out and get strong for what? For a functional purpose. Yeah, exactly. For fighting, for doing something that's functional, protecting my family, protecting my house, protecting the Muslims, something that's functional. But, you know, just sitting here, just simply working out just to build muscle so you can look at the mirror and take selfies and post them on Instagram. Now, that's not, you know, that's not how it works. We're gonna have to stop here though. But Allah Mustaan. I didn't want to keep this too short, but today we have to. Wallahu Mustaan. Wa ilahana subhanaka wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.